Whoa, that was a strong one. Hello, everyone. Heidi with Downtown NorCal Live for Wine Time. The SIP edition, Shelter in Place, Wine Time. Same shirt, here I am. But I'm drinking a martini for a very special reason. I'm really worried about the survival of restaurants, and so I just wanted to have my husband manufacture the best he could to replicate a favorite drink of mine from my favorite restaurant in Winters, about 15 miles from us. And that's Preserve. And this is called the Lavender Fields. Well, this one is the, pretend version, but honey, you did a good job. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
What are you drinking?
Nothing at the moment.
And it actually does devolve each week. So this week, I'm pairing this puppy with some Doritos. I know we're all stress eating. That's okay. We're gonna get through. Do what you gotta do. What am I wearing? Okay. Well, here, Raspy. He likes Doritos too. Oh, can you get one for Beasley? Poor little Beasley. I don't know if you can see him in the shot. We're taking a while here. Okay. I'm totally decked out for you tonight for a good reason. Yes, I've gone nuts. This is 70s. You can see my nice flared pants. These platform shoes are actually current. I bought them. They would look really great with a cute pair of shorts or something, but I bought these years ago at a boutique in Hawaii. Belt also can be current. Yvonne Capitola, same with the necklace, but these pants, so I'm just wearing, and this is obviously the same shirt from R Cubed, but I'm dressed like this because our neighborhood is very spirited, and when we know we can't socialize up close, we do wave at each other from down the street. And so our family has started doing some driveway dancing. And so last night we had a little theme and it was 70s. So the reason I'm wearing these great pants, snazzy, right, is because Bohem Hip Used Clothing in Davis they have a lot of cool options for costumes. And the owner, Elena, she recommends that we join Australia and a movement around the world where they can't get outside even for walks, so they take their garbage out in costume. I mean, you got to get through in some way. So she has a lot of costume wear. A lot of it's new. We're thinking about a Western theme pretty soon. Anyway, we're just going to have fun with it and, make a night of wearing a little costume. So you got stuff in your closet, might as well have fun. Where did my chips go? Yeah. Okay. So that was Bohem Hip Used Clothing. Love them. And oh, by the way, super easy. We just do it either through a niche request, which I've mentioned a million times, or you can just, dial up on Messenger and she texts you pictures. Simple, arrives at your doorstep, you're ready to go. Okay. I want to talk about the PPP. I'm excited to see that a lot of small businesses who were shorted on the first round are starting to see some relief and that they got their allocation. So thank God, but not all. I'm still kind of paying attention to the ground on that, but they are starting to get some support. But still, so many aren't, and we know that there will not be enough funds in this program. So to that end, if you are a small business owner, I have this very old gift card someone gave us a long time ago. It's worth $120 from Ruth's Chris. And, they were naughty. They applied for PPP funding, and people who were just trying to get $10,000 to get by, these guys got $20 million. Now, I guess, good for them, whatever. They were made to return the money. However, this gift card is still good for somebody to do something with. So if you are a small business, this $120 gift certificate will be yours. The only thing I'd ask you to do, if you're a small business owner, is to tag 5 other small businesses you appreciate, 3 to 5, and do that in the comments when this recording ends. And I've got just go to my feed and you can just tag 5 small businesses that you like to go to. That's all I ask. I just want to get the word out about what's available. So you'll be entered into a drawing. You have to be a small business owner. $120 from Ruth's Chris to you. And I believe they are open, so Might as well get some good takeout. Not as good as a small business takeout, but you know. Okay. So that leads me to a little issue about form. So a lot of small businesses, as I've mentioned every week, are struggling. They are adapting. They are working day and night on the phone, on hold forever. They're worried for their livelihoods. Never gone through anything like this. They're very strong people, very adaptive, but this is tough. So when you are concerned about the status of your gift certificate for a closed business that has no idea when they're going to reopen, I would really ask you to delay that kind of question, because that just hurts. These folks are not able to have any income right now. They're doing their best to stay afloat with their families and put food on the table, and they very much hope to reopen. So a question about a gift certificate, if they can be refunded or whatever, just doesn't have a very good sound, and it's not very kind. I understand everyone is economically disadvantaged right now, but if you can hold that kind of question, that would really be appreciated. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I've noticed an increase this week in the number of small businesses that have set up GoFundMe pages. This breaks my heart, but if you are inclined to support any small business, especially your favorites, please consider donating. Even $5 matters. It's about the gesture. It's about saying, we love you, we care. And there are all the ways I've also mentioned that you can support them. Purchase their products, let them, shop for you, buy gift cards, all of it. That helps. Okay, let's talk a little lighter, shall we? Mother's Day. My shopping this week, I went to Creme de la Creme. I'm not going to show my mom what she got, but I just want to say that what is contained in these packages, totally shopped for. I explained what I wanted. Christy down at Creme de la Creme shopped for me, sent pictures back and forth. We decided on it. She wrapped it up. She even offered to ship it, but I wanted to show you just how easy this is. It came right to my doorstep. I did very little except give her a credit card number. All was well. So I'll be shipping this to my mom on Monday, but every store is doing this. I mean, there's not any place that's not operating this way. So please reach out through their websites, call them, persist if you don't get a hold of them right away. They're busy. So, busy trying to just get through. Okay. Fashion tip. I hadn't been out of the house in a while except for walks around the block, which really don't require you to carry a purse. But this week I had to conduct one of my interviews remotely, so I got in the car and I didn't have time to change my purse. So this is my fashion tip. Take your winter purse. Pay attention that winter purse is probably time to clean out and change. A lot of people do this, I think. Change for your spring line, change it up, but don't be caught flat-footed. I was like, oh my God, that really looks horrible with the spring dress I was wearing. Whatever. It's a small little thing. Now, another item. Way to go on that, honey.
It rocks, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I still really want Preserve to open back up, but thank you for the memory.
I'd prefer Preserve to be making them rather than me.
Oh, I miss them. Okay, so my friend Lori sent me an article, and as you know, on my website, downtownnorcal.com, I have a section called Connectors, and that's where I list articles that are relevant. In this case, today, I just posted a column from The Atlantic, and it's a column around, the writer took a lot of time to interview a variety of people about what is the future of retail and restaurants. And it was actually like for me watching a horror film. So what they're suggesting is that what's happening is an acceleration of what we would already be predicting, and that would be more online and more delivery and more feeling remote. And I just want to point this out. If you don't have time to read the column, that's okay, but it's worth reading because I want us to think about, I'm hearing people saying they can't take the shelter in place much longer. They're bored, they want to get out. Clearly we almost have our beaches shut down because people are just eager to go, and you want to go somewhere that's fun and unique and different. But if we leave our homes one day because the pandemic is over and the world out there is homogenous because we're left with nothing but chains and blighted downtowns with empty storefronts, then we will have failed to learn the lessons, one of the lessons of this, which is right now we need to think about what we appreciate and create the world we want to have when we leave. Because I know you're all eager to get out. I am too. I don't want to go to cookie cutter places where it doesn't matter if I'm in Lodi, California or Cleveland. I want to be able to see things that are interesting, and I want to eat interesting food. And I don't want to be isolated. I don't want everything delivered to me. I don't want everything coming from an online source where I've never experienced it before. So check out that column if you have a chance. But again, it just reinforces this point. I'm sorry, tonight seems like a bit of a downer. Let's have more Doritos and booze. So I just wanted to say that this was the first week I started to see, some businesses shuttered early and were with the intention of coming back when they could figure it out. But this is the first week where I started to see announcements of people definitely not coming back. And so to that end, every week I'm going to have a moment of drinking and cheers to those businesses who made that decision this week. I'm really sad to see you go. It's heartbreaking. You might be closed, but you're still awesome. I hope people can see that. So a moment of silence. Okay. In hopeful news, there was a lot of adaptivity that I covered this week in my interviews. And so every week I send out a newsletter wrapping them up. If you are able to see them during the week, that's really fun. But if you need them all collected into one little place on Friday, I send out a newsletter and you can see them all there. So go to downtownnorcal.com and just sign up for the newsletter. It's free. I do everything for free. I'm a volunteer, just doing what I can do to help. So this week's interviews, Consensus Orthotics, they are normally joint manufacturers. They have transitioned their business to manufacturing face coverings, the shields. A+ Image was shuttered. She's my physician. She is now reopened and she's going to test that for a week. Also adjusting in a very big way. And she's a medical doctor. They are all adjusting. The Wardrobe, also interesting, style packages and things to think about for Mother's Day. Check that out. And then finally, Che Corner Restaurant in Davis. Really delightful young man, and also thinking about expanding his menu at this time because it makes sense to him. So check those out. Don't miss them. I'll be back on Monday with more interviews, and I'll be back next week for more wine. Cheers.